Hi, my name is Sharika Eskridge, Neighborhood Revitalization Coordinator at Habitat Charlotte Region. I am so proud to serve your community at Habitat Charlotte Region. At Habitat, we make sure that every gift of dollars and time is measured and represents a solid investment. An investment in Habitat is an investment in families today. It's an investment that appreciates tomorrow and continues to flourish a year from now. It's an investment that thrives for generations. It's an investment in a solid foundation, family stability, and generational wealth. Thank you for joining us today for our Homegrown Luncheon. I hope you'll consider the greatness of each drop of effort and resource that you can invest into Habitat's works today. An investment that shapes the overall health of our neighborhoods and the vitality of the communities our children grow up in. Now, please welcome Reverend Nathan Arledge from longtime community partner Myers Park United Methodist Church for some inspirational words and a prayer.
Hey friends, my name is Nathan Arledge, Pastor of Missions and Community Engagement at Myers Park United Methodist Church. Thank you so much for coming to the Homegrown event. Today you'll learn more about Habitat's mission that puts God's love into action and brings people together to build homes, community, and hope. We're excited to celebrate the Meadows at Plato Price and multi-entities within the city coming together to build new homes, new hope, new community. Let us go to God in prayer. Generational God, we come together this day with eager and expectant hearts. We know through this lunch there will be sprouts of hope, joy, and transformation. We give thanks for the ancestors that put into motion generational impact of the work of Habitat. So we pray now that those motions are met and celebrated by us gathered here to make waves within our community, bound in love, determination, and influence. We ask this in God who binds us and unites us. Amen.
Thank you for joining us for the Homegrown Luncheon. Today you'll learn more about Habitat for Humanity of the Charlotte region, our work, impact, and the families we partner with. You'll also gain insight into the need for more affordable housing in our community and how it builds generational wealth for families throughout the region. My name is Laura Belcher. I'm the President and CEO of Habitat for the Charlotte region, and we're so glad that you're here today to learn more about this exciting work. Coming up, you're going to get to meet Judith, who recently moved into her Habitat home with her son, Maurice. You'll hear more about her story, what homeownership means to her, and all of the things for her future. But first, I want you to imagine, what if you had to make tough decisions on how to spend your hard-earned income? What would you choose to pay? Rent, groceries, fix the car, go to the doctor? What would you put off because you simply did not have enough to go around? Unfortunately, too many families throughout the Charlotte region make these hard choices every day. Almost 1 in 3 families lives in housing that is deemed unaffordable. In other words, they spend more than 30% of their gross income on housing. Unfortunately, this is easy to understand, as the average rent in Charlotte is a whopping $1,472 for an apartment that is only a little over 900 square feet. More troubling is that this represents a 15% increase in average rent over the past year. And while we've seen increases in wages, particularly in the services industry, the gains are simply not enough to keep pace with the rising cost of housing. As part of the housing continuum, we want to see renters thrive so that they can become homeowners. Consider these facts. On average, homeowners have 41 times the wealth than renters do, supporting our argument that affordable home ownership is critical to solving the overall affordability housing issue here in the Charlotte region. Historically, the majority of Black Americans were excluded from home ownership due to racially oriented housing policies and divisive lending practices. Between 1934 and 1968, only 2% of all mortgages in the United States were written for Black families. Unfortunately, this trend continues. Currently, the homeownership rates for Black and Latino families trail white families by almost 50%. That is a massive gap that is as bad today as it was 50 years ago. At Habitat Charlotte region, we advocate for more affordable home ownership through our programming, home ownership and home preservation. During our most recent fiscal year, we partnered with nearly 300 families. We built and sold 32 new homes. We purchased and rehabbed and sold another 19 affordable homes. Together, that's 51 families moving into affordable homes. We repaired 129 homes, mostly for seniors living in substandard conditions, and we trained 112 people through our Money Matters financial literacy program. Through our home ownership program, we partner with families by providing them with skills to become successful homeowners, and we ensure that their mortgage payment is one that they can afford. As Homeowners in Process, or HIPS, families take financial literacy and home maintenance classes and volunteer significant hours building their homes or their homes of other HIPS. Once completed, partner families close on their newly built or rehabbed home with a mortgage that they can afford. For our families with their mortgages and insurance, on average, that is over $100 less than what they were paying in rent. And now they're building equity. Through critical home repair, we work with low-income homeowners to complete much-needed safety and structural repairs. In most cases, these homeowners are seniors who live on a fixed income, and the program ensures that these families can age in place. Enabling residents to stay in their home and their neighborhoods is a benefit to families we partner with. I promised when we were starting that you were going to get to meet Judith, and you will. But before that, I'd like to show you a video about an exciting project that we are starting, the Meadows at Plato Price. This innovative 39-home neighborhood will be built on an important piece of property located in West Charlotte. It will offer homeownership opportunities to a part of our region that really lags in the homeownership rates. And while I don't want to spoil the story, let me say that this piece of land has great history and a great future too. So let's roll the video.
My name is Eddie Lee Hoover, MD. I'm a proud product of Plato Price High School, and I spent 42 years as an academic cardiothoracic surgeon. I retired in 2013 to return home to Charlotte.
I am Nellie Ashford, class of 1961, the greatest class of Plato Price High School. I am considered an untrained artist, and I began painting 1998.
Plato Price High School was created about 1915, and at that time the city and county schools were separate. For the black and white high school kids, there were schools in each quadrant of the county.
Plato Price High School had a sense of pride. It was a very tight community. It was built of many communities, but the thing about Plato that created that sense of pride was the family was there, the real family, which was blood family, and then your community family was there, so you felt good.
The reason why Plato Price produced really was a significantly large number of successful students, our teaching staff. The way they shepherded us, the way they encouraged us. So they're the ones who talked to us about, encouraged us to do, not just go to college, but just do things in high school to make us better citizens, make us more full-rounded people. That school produced a lot of kids who broke the mold of going to traditional black schools.
The band was one of the greatest prides at Plato Price. When we would march the Christmas parade, get downtown by what was known as the square, that was when you did your biggest step. Even though our instruments weren't the best, we felt so good inside because the sounds were made just as well as the students who had the best instruments, because you knew how to make that raggedy instrument work. There were other things that went on at Plato that were just as wonderful, but outside, when you went to the square, there are no words to describe.
Mr. Johnson came in 1958. He's a teacher, physical education teacher, and he started a drill team. In 1959, we went to Washington, D.C., and they had a national drill team competition, and we won. And we went back in 1960 and won it again. In 1961, we were runners-up to Jacksonville. And so we were looking forward to reclaiming our title until they closed us down. The principal called a meeting of the junior class at Plato Price in the winter of 1961. And they just, out of the blue, just told us that the the high school was going to be closed, and it devastated the whole 9th, 10th, 11th grade classes because we had all our plans for the following year, and it just devastated us.
Over 10 years ago, we started a conversation with the City of Charlotte about what to do with a vacant but culturally important 9-acre tract of land off Morrisfield Drive in West Charlotte. We want to honor the rich history of Plato Price and make an important investment in more affordable housing. The need for affordable housing in our community is immense. Habitat for Humanity of the Charlotte region has been working for nearly 40 years to build and preserve affordable homeownership opportunities. We are committed to working to remove barriers to homeownership for families, especially families of color who have long been shut out of such opportunities.
The City of Charlotte acquired the land formerly known as Morrisfield back in the 1980s and are proud to donate this 9-acre plot to Habitat Charlotte region and to provide financial support for infrastructure development.
We're excited to officially be breaking ground on the Meadows at Plato Price, a 39-home neighborhood of high-quality, affordable, single-family homes. In this underserved corridor of Charlotte, the average rate of homeownership is just 26%, as compared to the rest of the county, which is at 57%. The Meadows at Plato Price offers a family a chance at a better future, one that allows them to choose from single and two-story floor plans that best suit their needs. More importantly, this project will strengthen the broader community, help hardworking families change the course of their lives, and deeply impact generations of Charlotteans to come. With a project like this, the partners are crucial. In addition to the City of Charlotte, Ally Financial and Myers Park United Methodist Church have been important supporters of the Meadows at Plato Price and making this dream become a reality.
Ally believes everyone deserves a path to financial stability. That's why we're committed to supporting opportunities for economic mobility through the safe, affordable housing Habitat provides. We're excited to watch this exceptional new neighborhood come to life.
We're so excited about this project, Meadows at Plato Price. Myers Park United Methodist Church and 6 other churches back in the 80s thought Habitat for Humanity is something that should happen in Charlotte. We want to be part of the solution to the problem of affordable housing here in Charlotte.
We're excited to be a cornerstone investor in the Meadows at Plato Price and strongly believe this community will create economic mobility and open doors of opportunity for many deserving families in our city.
I think it's going to be a boom to that community. And what it will do is bring an infusion of young families. I think that's probably the best use that they could make of the property.
It makes me feel undescribably happy to know that now that property where I walked, there are new people coming and gonna revitalize the area and have a sense of home. It makes me feel good inside. It makes my heart beat differently to know that now, rather than just look at an empty field, I'm gonna see people with homes and with children for our future.
Thanks for watching that video. We're so excited about that project and hope that you found that video inspiring. I think you're going to find this conversation inspiring as well. I'm very pleased that today I get the opportunity to spend some time with Judith, one of our homeowners. And I want to welcome her to this conversation. And really what I want to do is just kind of hear from you. And if you can tell us a little bit and tell me about your process with Habitat and what it's been like to go through this process for homeownership.
So my first step was the application. The second step was my classes, learning how to budget and get everything together. And then I did my sweat equity. I went to the Habitat store and did all my volunteer help. I loved it. And then after that, they started building my home. I had to wait for a while to get the process going because of the pandemic hit. So I was okay with that. But then after that, they built my home, and I'm really excited. I started off working at a mechanic shop in the front desk. We shut down because of the pandemic hit, so that was devastating. But I forgot that I was certified. I had my certified nursing assistant, so I went back and did that, and I was just ready to work and keep on moving. I was really happy because I was devastated because I lost my job, but then I was really happy because I got one right after that same month I lost my job. Just thinking about my son and this house, I feel like I'm doing this for my son. It's not for me, it's for my son. When he get of age, he will have a place to stay and live for the rest of his life. So
it's great, and the resiliency you show through the pandemic and switching careers and everything else like that. It's really amazing. Tell me a little bit more about Maurice and what the homeownership means for the two of you.
Okay, Maurice, he's a very good boy. He wants to go to school. He loves going to school. He wants to be a police officer. He loves my craft, and he just amazed me. I would do anything in the world for him.
And so this home, when you think about the future and you think about him growing up and you think about holidays and things like that, tell me a little bit more about what you think about for the house.
The holidays, decorating for Christmas and putting up Christmas trees and doing things for him and making him smile in our home, it makes me feel really good. And I know it makes him feel good. And we talked about that before we even got in. We're gonna decorate our house, we're gonna have fun. Actually had a housewarming party, and that was awesome too. And I just got a whole bunch of gifts, and Habitat gave me gifts, and it was just amazing. It was really very, very nice, very nice. I just really appreciate it, and I feel like if I can do it, everybody can do it too. It's just an application away.
So what advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about?
I say apply. I say don't hesitate, apply, because if I got approved, you'll get approved too. And as long as you have your goal and you know what you want in life, I say apply.
Great. Well, Judith, I'm so glad that you're in the house. Tell me a little bit about really what led to this and led you to apply to Habitat for Homeownership.
Well, what led me to apply is I stayed in an apartment for 10 years and the rent kept going up and up and up. And I'm like, I have to do something. I want to own my own. If I'm willing to pay, keep going up, I'd rather do that on my own home. Mm-hmm. So I decided to go ahead and apply. And I had people backing me up that was behind me. Yes. And I'm excited. It just amazed me. Yeah, it's just.
And now that you're in the home and you look at your neighborhood and things that are going on, how are you getting engaged?
I'm just in the community. I joined the HOA. I love to volunteer and do things. I just don't want to just sit around. I want to keep myself busy. I keep my son busy. I just want to be engaged with everything.
Well, it's a real privilege to be able to walk the journey with you and to see the dream of homeownership come to reality. It's really a privilege and an honor for us to be able to do that, and we're so thankful.
I'm thankful too. It really is.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judd G, and I'm here today to tell you why my family and I have been such a long-time Habitat Charlotte region donor. It's really quite simple. We believe in the work that Habitat does and know that our donations are always put to good use to provide safe, affordable homes for families right here in our community. For those of you who have the means, I urge you to support Habitat too. And to kick things off, the G Family Foundation is making our own personal donation of $15,000 to get us started to our goal of building a Habitat house together. Thank you, Habitat, for all that you do to improve the futures for so many Charlotte area families. Now I'm going to pass things off to Matt, who will inspire you to make your own donation during today's Homegrown event.
Thank you, Judd. We truly appreciate your generous support and for getting our Homegrown fundraiser off to a great start. I'm Matt Blickley, current board chair of Habitat Charlotte Region, and I'm so honored to be here with the Habitat family and with all of you. Thanks for tuning in to today's program. As you've learned, affordable home ownership makes a huge difference in a family's trajectory. Unfortunately, you've also heard that housing affordability is a challenging issue here in the Charlotte region. But with your support, we can all make an impact. At Habitat Charlotte Region, we strive to make a difference every day as we seek to change our partners' lives forever. Home ownership has changed Judy's life. Owning a home provides a stable and safe place for her and her son Maurice. When you joined us today, most of you didn't know exactly what we were going to ask for in terms of financial support. You probably tuned in because a friend invited you, or because you're already familiar with our organization. But now that you've heard the full Habitat Charlotte Region story, I'm going to ask you to be a part of our next chapter, to serve the next group of families who we partner with. Today, you can make all of this incredible work possible with your own personal financial investment. But this isn't simply an investment in Habitat Charlotte Region, it's truly an investment in our community. It's one of the most important and just investments that any of us can make. When we considered what we wanted to ask for today, the result became crystal clear. We're looking for financial support to build a new Habitat home, a home that will be part of the Meadows at Plato Price community. Your generosity will provide stability for a family in this exciting new neighborhood, a family who will grow and flourish as a result of your kindness. Your gift will honor the legacy of the students of Plato Price School. It'll support the next generation of successful Charlotteans who grow up in the Meadows at Plato Price, those who represent our future. We challenge this collective group to underwrite the cost for an entire house. That means during the short time we're together today, our goal is to raise $150,000, and thanks to the G family, we're already $15,000 towards our goal, so let's do this. This may sound like a steep ask, but since we have 300 people viewing today's presentation, that breaks down to less than $100 per person per year for 5 years. That works out to under $10 a month over 5 years for everyone here today. And honestly, I think we have a few guests who might be able to do more and impact even more families. I'd like to ask each of you to consider prayerfully making a financial commitment today. At this point, please refer to the donation options immediately below the video stream window. This is where you'll enter your pledge. Make your donation, then keep your eyes on the on-screen counter and watch as we sponsor an entire Habitat house today. Let's start with anyone with us here today who can sponsor 200 square feet of a Habitat home by making a $5,000 donation per year for the next 5 years, or a $25,000 total commitment. Donors at this level are recognized in Habitat Charlotte Region's Community Investor Circle. A contribution at this level underwrites the cost of 200 square feet. This can be an incredible way to start. Can you commit to that right now? If so, please commit your $25,000 gift now, again, paid over 5 years. Maybe we have viewers who can commit to underwriting 40 square feet of a Habitat home as part of our Hope Builder Circle, making a $1,000 donation per year for 5 years, or a $5,000 total commitment. This gift can be broken down to a little over $83 a month and represents a level which can create real change for real people in our community. As one of our most popular giving levels, Habitat Hope Builders are collectively responsible for building roughly 8 homes every year. Isn't that amazing? Can you join this group today? If so, please submit your pledge now by clicking the link below on your screen. Perhaps you can become a Hope Builder for at least this year. If that is possible, please join this incredible group of generous supporters. If you haven't submitted your pledge yet, we're truly looking forward to everyone watching to participate. We need community partners who can make home affordable, safe, and a foundation for families. This is how we create economic mobility. This is how we create better futures. Join us today by underwriting 4 square feet of a home. Maybe you can only do this for 1 year, or maybe you can commit to sponsoring 4 square feet for more than 1 year, perhaps even 5 years. Sponsoring 4 square feet is roughly a $500 commitment, or a bit more than $41 a month. Or maybe sponsor a single square foot for $125, or a little over $11 per month. At whatever level of gift you can make today, please join us in this incredible effort. Now, I'll give you time to finish completing your online pledges as we progress towards our goal of building a Habitat home in the meadows at Plato Price. Whether or not you were able to make a pledge today, we really appreciate your investment of time to learn more about Habitat for Humanity of the Charlotte region. Together, we can build a better, stronger community. Thank you all very, very much. The Charlotte region benefits from the amazing work of Habitat, and Habitat relies on your support. You are the ones who make all of this happen. You are the ones who are healing our community with each family we serve together. Stay tuned as we continue to work hard, build homes, and provide better futures for generations of families to come. Thanks again, and see you soon.